Hello and welcome back to the Galactico rebuild. This one's a little bit different today. It is just a recap of this previous season, the first season in the save. We've still got one game left that will be played in the next episode, and as we'll do the end of season awards then as well. This was just something, there was a little bit of break in proceedings due to me being in hospital and a little bit unwell to get this finished off. So we did a little recap. We've gone through the months, the league titles sewed up, all the cup competitions are sewed up, we're both at the Champions League, everything is done and dusted here. So like I say, it's just a recap episode today. We're going to go through some of the results, we're going to talk through some of the ongoings, what has happened in this season. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's something a little bit different, and next episode we'll get into the final game of the season, we'll get into the end of season awards, and then after that we'll get straight into season 2, and hopefully we can get some redemption. And before we get into the video, if you enjoy it, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and let's go.
Now, mate, I've been handed a press release by our joint lawyers. You know the ones.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put that on the live stream now for immediate release. At 18:30, roughly, don't judge us. The following statement was made jointly by Nath 90 and Pega008. We're back. I hit him with Michael Jordan, mate. Absolutely shameless, and I couldn't care less. Right?
I love it.
Yeah. So welcome back, dude.
Yeah, it's been a while.
On behalf of the people that enjoy your content, because I am one of them, I feel like I'm expressly placed to say welcome back, dude. Genuinely, I missed the stuff that you were putting out. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but it's good to have you back, my dude. I'm happy to hear that you're back on Fighting Fitness. Wouldn't quite
go Fighting Fitness just yet.
Well,
but
you're back in your editing,
yeah.
And things are back on track. And what I will say is that I won the league, didn't I? When I won the league. So I don't know if you, before we play the last Dead Rubber game, if you want to have a quick run through
what happened,
yeah, well, where it all kind of led to now, because it's going to be one game probably in the stream, and then a lot of
messing around. Yeah.
So what I'm thinking, mate, and not to talk over you or bring it to a level. I'm thinking we go month by month.
Okay, wait.
We just go start in August, September, just a little bit about each month, and then we'll get into the game, and then we'll see where we're at.
Well, I think my end, August started not great. I mean, we beat Levante and Granada, we drew with Alaves. Trying to get a system working. I mean, I'm just looking at the formation we used. Can I auto size all columns? There we go. So, I mean, at that point, I was using the 4-2-3-1, and it wasn't until mid-September that I started tweaking it slightly. I mean, the first game I tried this 4-4-2 diamond that I was playing. We lost 2-1 to Atletico Madrid. But then we sort of hit a bit of form. But the problem is we've had so many games where we've dropped points. I mean, every month we get to October, we win 7-4, then we lose 3-2 to Bilbao, who were a bit of a thorn in both our sides throughout this season, I think. Definitely a bit of an issue. Then beat Bayern Munich, beat Valencia, beat Espanyol, beat Mallorca, like putting 5, 3 and 6 past them. But then again, November started brilliant. We smashed Bayern Munich at home. Then we lost to Villarreal. Then we beat Osasuna and Bruges, and then we lost to Cadiz. Which is, I mean, it's not the form of league winning teams. And then we hit December. We beat you guys 4-0. We beat Sevilla 1-0. Salzburg 3-0. Sociedad 5. Vallecano 4. Into January, Levante 6. We then beat you 4-2 in the Supercopa and beat Bilbao on penalties. This game, I mean, we lost against Vigo in the month of January. We lost 3-1 to them. And I think this was around the time when you'd brought Erling Haaland in by this point, or was it right on the deadline day? Can't remember.
Pretty much right. Pretty much right on deadline day.
Was it right on deadline day?
We'll unveil that part of the master plan when it comes to my watch. Yeah. I've just jumped across to your.
And I'm just saying we go down, and we've got So then
that little bit at the bottom. I had that little treat for myself.
We beat Zaragoza 3-2. We beat Elche 4-1. And then we were picking up results, but then again, obviously we drew the game against Sevilla in the Cup. We beat them with 10 men in the second leg. I remember that one because I haven't long edited that video. That was done. I edited that video just before the weekend. Atalanta in the league. Again, another good unbeaten run. We had good long runs, and then we'd have a stupid defeat that would end it. Moving into March, I mean, we were still pretty dominant by this point. Beat Sevilla 1-0, beat Valencia 3-1. Drew with Espanyol 1-1. I remember that game. I'm pretty sure they scored a late equaliser. And I think this was the game. I could be wrong. This was the game where we started on that Friday night. And I'm pretty sure it was Espanyol we drew to early on. And it just went sort of downhill from there. We lost to Cadiz. Wait, we're back to November. Right. So we drew with Espanyol. We beat Mallorca. Then we moved into April, which, let's face it, was the turning point of both our seasons. April was the turning point. So, I mean, the run we had Villarreal, we had you guys, Cadiz, you guys again, Bilbao, Osasuna, then you guys in the league, Man United, and then Sevilla. So, obviously, we beat Villa. The thing is, this was the point when I realised things weren't going great because we snuck past Villarreal 4-3 with a Jonathan Tah 92nd minute goal. So we snuck past them. We then lost to you guys 3-2 in the first leg.
With 10 men, by the way. I remember Jordi Alba getting sent off very clearly in that one.
Is that against you guys?
No, that was your Villarreal.
Was that the Villarreal game? And then, I don't know why it keeps coming back to the top. But even in the game against you guys where we lost 3-2, that was only Araujo's 91st minute goal. Although, did you go up the other end and score it? Yeah, you did. 93rd minute. So actually, we equalised. So actually, that's not as bad as I thought. I thought we got one back late on. Then we smashed Cadiz 6-2. We put 5 past you in the Champions League. And then I'm not sure what happened because we beat Bilbao in the Cup final. And then that's when our season changed because we went and lost 4-2 to Osasuna.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, I'm just going to get the game up. Oh my God, it's worse than I remember. We had 31 shots on goal, 14 on target, an XG of 3.35. They had 7 shots, 6 on target, scored 4 goals with an XG of 1.69. And they beat us 4-2. That's one of them games where you feel like you've definitely been FM'd. But the thing is, as soon as that result happens, we go into the game against you, and I have no clue what happened there. I mean, if you look at the stats of the game, it looks like a thoroughly entertaining game. You've got 37 shots for you guys, 20 for us, 22 on target for you. We only had 7 on target. You had a 5.72 XG. I mean, and if I remember rightly, some of the goals were so sloppy to concede. I mean, your XG was really high before you even got the first goal. If you're looking at the XG match story. And then, obviously, from there on in, that game pretty much sealed the title because with your running, I believe you had some very easy games. We beat Sevilla in the league. We lost 7-1 to Man United. I know I walked off during that game because something happened. I walked off in that game because
I remember having to commentate that for both streams. It was one of the funniest, if not depressing, things I've ever done. But
then we turned in a 3-1 win against Real Sociedad in the game that we ended on. But even looking into this game, we scored 3 goals in 7 minutes and won 3-1. I was very tired at this point. Something went towards the end of the season, and I don't know what it was. And obviously, you put in an absolute stormer of a finish. I mean, I can make all the excuses I want, but if I'm just going to filter out everything apart from the league. And our running, it's them 2 games. You go back to March, we drew against Espanyol 1-0. We beat Mallorca, beat Villarreal, beat Cadiz. If we beat Osasuna, then, I mean, what does the table look like? If we beat Osasuna, we're a point behind you going to the last game. And there's, I don't expect you to lose the last game, but there's that outside chance that something might happen because stranger things have happened. But, yeah, so it was kind of a bad ending, and it was by that point as well. I think it was about 2 in the morning. I was really struggling at that point as well. And I think the losing the title from, being so close to being able to do it and then losing it, and that lateness, we realistically should have finished the season, but I was so exhausted after that. And then you beat I saw you beat Alaves. You smashed them in your last game of the season. But
Yeah.
anyway,
we've not played the last game of the season quite yet. But
I've rambled on. Go on.
So good. So the story of my season. Let me paint you a story of inconsistency, of bad eggs in the team, but ultimately of superb victory. Because I don't know if this ever went down on any of the highlight packages or something, but it's something that stuck with me, and I am unbelievably happy that I managed to stop you, because your boast was that you were going to sweep all of the cups that you were involved in.
I believe that's somewhere on there.
Yeah, so to get one back from you was the dream. But anyway, I digress. So the pre-season friendlies were junk, and we don't talk about them. Started off with a 2-2 draw against Celta. Marco Asensio and Eden Hazard. Now, I should say that Jeremy Pino, joined in the first window and has been an absolute chef's kiss of a signing. Absolutely loved having him as part of the side. Really, really fun player. Followed up with a 3-0 defeat of Getafe, and then drew 0-0 with Elche. So, first 3 games, we're not looking altogether too impressive. Start of September, we beat Atletico Madrid, but similarly, we lose 1-0 to Betis. Champions League looking strong. We started the campaign with a 2-2 draw against Dynamo Kiev and beat Lille 4-0. So we're living the dream. You know, you think 5-2, 4-0. You know, we're rocking and rolling. Things are going to start happening. No, we lose 1-0 to Valencia and then 2-1 to Mallorca. Followed out with a 2-1 win against Ajax, and it's spotty. It's up and down. You know, we get some wins, we get some draws, we get some wins, we get a big win, then we get tanked by you at the start of December at 4-0 away from home. But
that run in the league, if you'd got the league fixtures up, which I have now, you went on a run after that game where you went from then till after Valentine's Day in the league and won every single game and barely conceded any goals. You conceded in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In 10 games, you conceded 4 goals and won every single one of them. Yeah, and that was pre Erling Haaland. Well, he came in by the end, but
sorry. That's all right. I like a bit of context from the other side, but so as stated, we were flying. Their only defeat in January came at the Supercopa de España semi-final, but I'm not bothered about that. I'm trying to think now where certain signings happened, because at the start of January we signed Dan Axel Zagadou, we signed Dennis Zakaria, we signed Benjamin Sesko, and I thought we were done. I thought, that's it. Let's be, not respectful. Let's be considered about how much money we're spending. Let's try not to go mental.
And then you went mental.
And then in the last week of January, everything exploded. Dan decided to basically just start fabricating money out of nowhere, which then forced my hand on. I won't say I panic bought, because you can't really panic buy the best player in the game.
No, that's very true. Very true.
Erling Haaland, which is, I think it's fair to say, this is where the fortunes really turned around. Bilbao, he bagged on his debut, which was a defeat of the Copa del Rey 5th round against Bilbao. We don't worry about that. And then, so we're flying then. The next time we lose in the league is Valencia. We get beat by AC Milan away from home in the Champions League. We make that right in March as we bring it back to the Bernabeu and smash them 5-1.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game as well, that was.
Enjoyed that. That was a hell of a lot of fun. Cadiz, we round off March with a 4-1 win. We roll into April with a 7-1 defeat of Real Vallecano. There was the Champions League double-header, which, despite the fact I lost it, I had a lot of fun in those 2 games. Yeah. The Sevilla match, we won 2-0. So, after having shipped 7, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I can't do maths. 7 goals in 2 games to Barcelona. We then had them in the league, and
that was the turning point.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that. Bear with me a second. I just needed to.
Just what you think. It is said on one of the highlight packages that I'd put together. I do say in that, well, I think it might be around the time that I'm boasting, like I'm saying, we're going to clean sweep. I do actually say the words, that game at the end of April is going to be key to who wins the league. I did say, I'm pretty sure I said that pretty much the words, whoever wins that game wins the league. And we were sort of, at that point, I think you were still a couple of points shy, because I think we were still at the point where Valencia was still in the mix. But I said it way back then, I was like, this is the game where we see who wins the league. And obviously, clearly that was the case. I mean, talk me through it from your side, yeah. We've played each other. I'm just going to rearrange it to look at the opposition. So we've played each other 5 times throughout the season.
Right.
And I'm on yours, so this is throwing me a second. So you beat me twice. You beat me once in the Cup, in the Champions League first leg, with that last minute Erling Haaland goal. And then you beat me 6. Now, bearing in mind, at this point, I've beat you 5-3, 4-2, 4-0 in 3 other games. That must feel like it's all come together at that point in the season, if you know what I mean. Because I expected it to be a tight game. I did not expect to get rolled over in the way I did. And I couldn't do any. I didn't know what to do to get us out of that rut. Because I think I tweaked it slightly and we conceded another and we conceded another. And just nothing seemed to work. So from your end, like, knowing how the previous 4 games had gone, to go out and just get the best result of the season out of our games, that must have been pretty special. Like,
it was big. I mean, I'm just looking at the timings of the goals here. I mean, I remember Kareem the Dream broke through in the first minute, slotted, and
that killed.
You start thinking you're on your way. But I remember that I scored early in the Champions League game, so obviously not trying to get taken away by the whole thing, not trying to sort of.
But also,
the cart before the horse kind of thing.
It was a Super España game. It was a Super España game where Super Copa España game where you were 2-0 up in 16 minutes.
Yeah.
And lost 4-2, because I was thinking, okay, he's 1-0 up, fine, that's fine, we can deal with this. And then 19, and then you scored 2 goals, 36 minutes and 42nd minute, and obviously 4-0, 2 goals in 6 minutes, you're dead. Like, from my side, I'm like, you're 4-0 down, you can't chase a 4-0 game, because you're giving up everything. Like, if you go on the attack, you could lose 8 or 9. You tighten up, you ain't going to score 4 goals. There's nothing you can do from that point, sort of thing. Even at 3-0, you're struggling. But, like, yeah, I mean, I'm dreading to get to that point in the editing where I have to watch that game back. Oh,
why? Mate. It's the best game of the season.
I don't think it is, mate. I'm going to have to disagree with you there. But yeah, like, you must be like you must have gone to that game thinking we can beat him. We know we can beat him, but then to obviously turn in that, especially that first half performance, must have been.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was that I don't know. I don't want to say too much, because the general truth of the whole thing is that I thought that you were by far and away the best team throughout the course of the season, regardless. I thought that the league was yours to lose. Now, I never put that out.
No, of course.
It's a case of, like, I would never admit that you were in the driver's seat. You could be 30 points clear in April and I wouldn't give you the lead. But I never thought that we were that far away. I thought that we had a bad run every now and again.
Yeah.
Especially when facing you. I thought that at the end of January, when Benzema left, when it was confirmed that Luka Modric would be leaving, sort of like the air quotes elite side of the squad was shipping out, I could get more of my imprint on the side, the younger side, and just sort of try and start bringing the mentality round a little bit. It is something that I've spoke about before on streams when we've been playing this, is that I felt that the team were, despite the fact being absolutely chock full of Ballon d'Or nominees, winners, World Cup, winners, contenders, Champions League winners, obviously they're like Real Madrid players. Like, each one of them is a Real Madrid player. I felt like they were so sort of mentally fragile that it caused issues. And I think that going 2-0 up against you, I think that's when the complacency started coming in. You scored 1, and then I think we went straight to anxious, which is like, I can't have that. Like, that for me is a massive issue. So I think that definitely, I think the signings that maybe went under the radar, Dan Axel Zagadou and Dennis Zakaria, came in and it gave us a lot of sort of mental strength to finish off games. Obviously, having Erling Haaland up top never hurts. Never hurts.
No, that's never anyone has it really that.
No, but I mean, I think the thing is, like, I'm looking at the result here, the 6-1. You know, we got a 7.5 out of Courtois that game. You know, Dan Axel Zagadou 7.3. David Alaba, who the second half of the season, like post January, was just absolutely on fire, scoring free kicks, assists, everything, all over the pitch. Casemiro 7.1. He's still a bit of a problem player, but we have been getting more better results out of him as time's gone by. Tony Kroos 8.1, Camavinga 7.8 and scored. Kareem the Dream 9.5, 2 goals scored. Love it, can't say more. Vinicius Junior kind of mercurial, in and out of the side, in and out of form. But yeah, Erling Haaland is just the next.
Yeah.
But say like, I don't know if I've answered your question or not. I've gone on, but
that's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that like I say, I never thought we were that far away, but it was just a case of what is it that we need to push us to the next level.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't want to. I'll hit continue now.
Yes, that's fine. And you crown champions. After all that, you crown champions.
Boom. Boom. Hold your applause.